Yes, yes, we are here. We are here. And that title that Eric has is probably the only thing he's happy about. So, um, after the weekend we had,
Yeah.
Eric,
What's going
it
on?
was rough, man. It was rough.
Very rough. Very rough Sunday.
Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover six teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, and our Steelers, which are depressing Steelers. Are depressing Steelers.
Oh man.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So,
Let's save the best for last, man. Let's save the best for last.
so Eric, hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest, man. Um, because we were going to SoFi, we were going to Chargers, Steelers. Sunday, I actually went for a hike. Shout outs to the Dodger crew that gets together and does a hike together for the victory. It was great. I had a blast. It was awesome. But I'm gonna tell everybody now, the Dodger World Series it's done. It's behind us. That high is down. So we need Steelers to be winning some games, and we didn't get that. But because of that,
Hmm.
I wasn't really getting into what was going around in the NFL for the morning and early games. I just kind of saw who won and who didn't, but I didn't really get a chance to watch much.
Yeah, same here. I was just more kind of getting ready and stuff for the game. Because it starts at what five? It started at 5:20 over here.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I had to do a couple assignments too. So I wasn't really into what was going on. I watched a few games here and there, but I wasn't able to like fully invest into the games this Sunday as far as that week. But it's a new week, and let's get into our records. Trollo Trucker, you actually had a good week. You did, and I'll give you
Doesn't
your
feel like
credit.
it.
I'll give you your credit. Now that's one thing you have. All
Mm,
right. You're still down on the scorecards, though. You have a 29-22-1 record. The reigning defending undisputed pick six champ of the world dropped to 30-21-1. So I
you
only have
guys
a
hear that?
1 point lead,
You
one
guys
game
hear
lead.
that? Everybody hear that? Boy, that cushion is like that now. Gosh. All
So
right.
just imagine how much worse that made my Sunday. Just how
Mm,
big problems I was facing on Sunday. All right.
mm.
But let's get into this week. We start off with the Packers walking in to New Jersey to play Big Blue, the New York Football Giants. Packers 5-3-1, coming off a loss against Philadelphia. And I really hope nobody stayed up and watched that game. Gosh, I really hope you didn't stay up and watch that game. Giants 2-8, coming off a loss against Chicago in a much better game. How do you feel about this when the Giants actually fired their head coach and will be having an interim head coach for this game? Green Bay coming off of two losses. I mean, one team's still playing for something. Giants are still. I mean, they're kind of just playing for the morality of it.
Is there any word on Jackson Dart?
Oh yeah, Jameis Winston's gonna most likely start this game.
Really? Okay. Okay. I mean, look, Jason Winston, he's no slouch. I think he's a. If you have him for a backup, you got a solid backup. As a starter, I still think he's all right. He's definitely not the worst. There's a chance for the Packers to get back in the winning column, man. Um, this is it. I mean, you have a backup quarterback, even though he's a veteran, right? He's a veteran, so I don't know how much you really want to put stock into the fact that you're getting a backup quarterback. Well, I mean, this guy was a starter for most of his career.
He's got that
Um,
experience.
he's got definitely got that experience, and maybe he's looking to be the head guy, which it's probably not going to happen, man. I think Jackson Dart just brings the energy. New head coach, right? Interim head coach, I should say. I think this is definitely a chance for the Packers to get back in the winning column. I got Packers on this one.
You know what? I think the Giants keep it competitive.
Mm,
I'm not really sure why. Maybe the culture difference. Not the quarterback situation, but just the new interim head coach. Maybe that lights a little bit of a fire under the team. We've seen it happen a couple of times. I'm not gonna say it happens every time, but it does happen kind of often. Um,
okay.
I still got the Packers though. I do think it's going to be a bit of a close game. I think the Packers are definitely going to have a tough matchup over there in New Jersey, but I still see them coming out with this win. They need this win too. Okay, after those back-to-back losses, that Monday Night Football game, that's just embarrassing, man. I just the game. Now, I'm not saying that they lost, just the way that game was. Packers did have a chance. They did have some bad play calling on the second to last drive because I know they had the field goal try, which I'm not really even sure why they did that when the kicker was dealing with some injuries. So I would have went with the Hail Mary there. Just certain things like that, man. I do think they pick up on it and get the win.
Yeah, you're right. There are instances where the coach gets fired and they have an interim head coach, and they just for one reason or another just builds the team up. So I I don't know if that's the case here. We should find we will find out, but I think the Packers still come out with this victory.
I am a fan of watching the Giants this season. They're enjoyable to watch. They're not the best team clearly with their record, but they're able to stay in some games, and they do have some sort of fight. It's not like they're getting blown out with the 2-8 record.
They I okay. They are enjoyable to watch when Jackson Dart is behind center.
Okay. I'd
All
say
right.
with
I
Dart
just
and
want to make that
Scatterboo.
clear. I just want to make that clear. If he wasn't behind center, I was like, gosh, man, they're terrible to watch.
I think Scatterboo, the rookie running back, brought some fire, but then he got injured a few weeks ago. So yeah, I mean we'll see. I do think they have a future ahead of them, man. So
Mm.
we'll see what the Giants and Big Blue do over there in New York/New Jersey. Next, we have Monday Night Football. Why do I say it like that? Because you got the Las Vegas Raiders
Mm.
prime time going up against the Cowboys, hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Raiders 2-7 coming off a loss against Denver. Talking about another bad prime time game last week. All the prime time games last week were terrible, by the way. Okay, including the Sunday night game. All right, I don't want to make it feel like
We witnessed that one firsthand.
yeah. It's 2-7 for the Raiders. Cowboys 3-5-1 coming off of a bye week. I think it was a well needed bye week. And they do have, I think, a layup here. I would like to think. But then again, they did lose to the Cardinals a few weeks ago.
Okay, okay. I this should be an easy pick, but it's not. Okay, it should be an easy pick. This should easily be Cowboys. But again, I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, coming off of a bye week, I'm with you. They definitely needed a bye week. They needed to take that little break. The Raiders had somewhat of a bye week because they played Thursday night. Um, I had said it that last game, not the Thursday night or the week before, when they came up that short, man, in overtime. I was like, you know what? I think that was their last hoorah. I think that was
Mm.
the last time that they were gonna play that way. I'm not saying that's the last time they're gonna win, right? But that was the last time they were going to put that many points up on the board. That's the last time they were going to be that competitive and play competitive football. They can still win, have some ugly wins, in a game that's 3-7 or something, right? That's the final score. Um, I I think the Cowboys are going to run away with this game. I do. I think there's going to be like a three possession game. Now,
Oh.
Now there could be now I can easily see the flip side of that. I could easily see the
What?
flip side of that. I can.
You could
I
see the Raiders beating the Cowboys 3 possessions?
and maybe not three possessions, maybe not three possessions, but I could
Okay.
see the Raiders beating the Cowboys for sure. Yes, because the Cowboys are a super duper roller coaster team. The Packers are somewhat of a roller coaster team, but the Cowboys are just like a like this man. So coming off a bye week, this they got to get back in the winning column. This is the way to do it right here. They're getting, like you said, they're getting a layup, man. They're getting a
Mm.
gift here. Where's this game at?
It's in Vegas. I mean, does it? I don't know
Okay,
if it matters too much, but it is in Vegas.
okay, okay. All right. Yeah, I got Cowboys, man. Three possessions.
I just needed to clarify that, man, because I wasn't too sure if you were saying that you thought the Raiders could win by 3 possessions. I just needed to clear
No,
that up. That's it.
just the flip side, and just saying I could see the Raiders winning. That's it. Yeah, not three possessions. I don't think they win any game by three possessions this season.
I could see a tie.
Oh gosh.
I could see a tie here. You know,
Wow.
Dallas, I didn't have high hopes for you this season. Then you go out and you barely lose to the Eagles. You have your little bit of a celebration because you lost to the Super Bowl champs of last season, barely.
Mm.
Then I started getting a little bit, the offense was seems like it was clicking. It was just the defense had a little bit of optimism for the Cowboys. They let me down completely their last game against the Cardinals. I really want to pick against them right now,
Mm.
but the Raiders suck. The Raiders aren't good. I there's
Okay.
nothing else to say, man. The Raiders aren't that good of a football team. Do you think Pete Carroll still has it in him to build the team and to build a competing team at that? He is a little bit, on the older side as far as head coaches.
Yeah, I look. Here's the thing with the Raider organization, man. Like sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and the Raiders as a franchise, man, they've gone through freaking head coaches like people change their socks. So I would say stick with him. You got to give him more than just this season, man. You got to give him a little bit of time. I don't. Yeah, give him some time, man. Give him some time. So I would say stick with Pete Carroll. I don't know how long you need to stick with him. Now he's been coaching for a long time now.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could get burned out, right? There's that old saying, the Raiders, you go to that team to kill your career. And I mean, it's living up to it. It really is, man. It really look, I go ahead and I post this on my shorts on IG, and then I get some Raider fans coming at me. Hey man, don't be talking bad about the Raiders. No, you need to be talking bad about the Raiders because that's your team. You need to call them out. All this defending your team, man. Like, hey man, hey bro, stop talking about my team like that, man. No, you then go hold your team accountable. We're gonna get to the Steelers, and you'll see how I talk
Oh,
about my
oh,
team.
best believe.
Okay,
Oh, best
you
believe.
defending your team when they suck, dude. They're good. Gosh, I don't know who I favor them over. There's 32 teams in the NFL. The Raiders outside. There's 31 teams. Who do I favor them against? I don't think I favor them against anybody. I'm not even really sure.
Damn.
Yeah, the Raiders suck. And you as Raider fans should be calling that out. Stop with your all little parties and taking shots or yeah, woo, and everything like that while your team is getting smashed by 30 points before halftime. And you guys are over there just toasting the beers and the barbecue and yeah, woo, yeah, Raiders, hey, hey, hey. Dude, your team is getting slaughtered. Do you not care about the product that's on the field? Go have your little preppy
Damn.
party. Go have your parties and toast and everything like that. It's some sort of social club or something, man. But your team sucks. And I would continue to say that until they show otherwise on that field. And by the way, just to make it clear, and I've said
Let's
this
hear it.
before, I want the Raiders to do good.
Mm.
I want them to do good. It will be better for the NFL. It will be better for the sport. And my dream AFC championship game is Steelers Raiders. So not only do I want my team to do
In
good, I want the
Vegas.
Raiders. Yeah, in Vegas will be good. I want them to do good, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but they are far from that. Far from it. So
Because it's a rivalry. It's like you want them to be good enough to be good to where it's like both teams are competing, you know? It's like you have that respect for each other in that sort of rivalry. That's how I see
well,
it.
well, look, I mean, if they do good, it doesn't really hurt the Steelers much. We're not in the same division. Right?
Yeah,
Like it's fun as a Steeler fan. It's kind of fun when the Ravens are doing good and they're both
exactly.
colliding heads. But you want the Steelers to come up, to be on top of that one. But if the whole division sucks except for the Steelers, I'm fine with that because that means we're winning the division, right? The Raiders having a good season doesn't really hurt us much, right? We'll see each other in the playoffs, and I think that's where the build is at for dang sure.
Gosh, you see, I get that a little bit on the lighter side. You went straight in, man. Yeah,
I,
I'm going Cowboys. I gotta go Cowboys. I think the
yeah.
Cowboys offense should be able to put some numbers up on the Raiders offense. I trust the Cowboys offense more than I trust the Raiders offense. Is that saying that much? I don't know because the Cowboys defense isn't the best.
Mm,
I'll leave it at that.
okay. But their offense is pretty good though.
Offense is really good.
Yes. That's why I believe they're going to win by 3 possessions.
Next, we have the Chargers walking in to Jacksonville to play the Jags. Chargers 7-3, coming off a win against the Steelers. Jaguars 5-4, coming off a loss against Houston. Jacksonville is a little bit banged up. I
Mm.
would say a lot of people didn't really expect them to be 5-4 at this point. I know it's not a great record, but I feel like a lot of people thought that they would still be in rebuilding mode. However, hey, they have that record. So, what do you have to say here for the Chargers?
They were given a win. The Chargers were actually given a win. It was given to them. You know. Um, Look, I think Jacksonville's going to compete in this game. I do. This is in Jacksonville, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think this actually be a pretty good one. I do. I am looking forward to this game, man. I do want to watch this game. People are sleeping on the Jaguars. Nobody's talking about them. They're not a great team, but they're just good enough where they can do some damage, man, and they could probably sneak their way into the playoffs at some later on this year. Um,
I don't think that's a bad take. I think that could happen.
yeah, I think it can happen, man. Chargers traveling across the country to Jacksonville. The Chargers are my sleeper pick. Um, Coming off a win like they did over my Steelers right in front of my eyes.
Prime time.
Prime time, man. You know what? I'm gonna go on a little limb here, man. I'm gonna go Jacksonville on this one. I'm gonna take the Jags. I'm gonna take the Jags on this, man. I mean, I like the Chargers. I like where they're at. I like what they're doing. Um, but I think I see something in the Jags, man. I see a little something in the Jags. Not I don't want to oversell it. Like I see something special, but I think this is a. I think the Jags are a surprise, man. I'm going Jags. I'm going Jags on this.
You see the potential that they got.
I
Is that
see,
what
I
you're trying?
see what they could be. It's just up to them for them to be that,
Damn, that's motivational right there.
right? I tell you, hey man, you guys let me know. Hire me.
Get this
Motivational
guy on a
speaker.
plane. Get him to Jacksonville before the game. That's all I gotta say. Um, gosh. Okay, were you speaking with their heart or with your mind for this game? That's all I gotta. That's what I'm gonna ask here.
Well, again, just to make it clear, the Chargers are my sleeper team that I picked before the season. So I do somewhat kind of root for the Chargers a little bit. Yeah, and not this past weekend, but
Okay.
just a little bit, so I could be like, yeah, that was my sleeper team. I just I you know you know what? I'm going with my heart on this one, man. My heart is
Okay.
telling me the Jags, man.
All right. We got an honorary Jaguars fan in here this week. I think this is a game the Chargers should win. Would I be surprised that the Jags win? No, because again, they're a bit of a sneaky team. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're in the elite of the AFC either. I just kind of think they're a little bit in the middle. Maybe they can get a 7th seed or something like that. Yeah, I got Chargers, man. I think they should be able to come out with this win. And if they don't get this win, there might be a little bit of a situation between me and the Chargers. Kind of like how you have with the Niners. There might be a little bit of that with me and the Chargers. I don't know, man. But all they have to do is win this game. That's it. That's all I'm asking for.
There, yeah, there is no type of relationship to compare with that I have with the Niners this season. None. It can't be compared. I mean, it doesn't matter what side of the Mason Dixon line you're on. It just there's no comparing it, man. But I get what you're saying.
We'll see, man. We'll see. All right. That was a tough Sunday for me. All right. A tough Sunday. Next, we have the 49ers
Mm,
going into the toaster to play the Cardinals. 49ers 6-4, coming off of a brutal loss to the Rams. That was at home. Cardinals 3-6, also coming off a brutal loss to the Seahawks. Both teams coming off division losses, both really bad losses, man. These games weren't really competitive. What do you got for this one, man? We all want to hear from you here with the Niners.
and I just want to make it clear. We saw part of this game at SoFi as we walked in, man. It was great. It was great. It was
I
great. I
I
was
should
loving
have
it.
known that was I should have known that would have been the should I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. But that was the start of bad things to come for me.
Ah, okay. Okay. Well, look, at the very least, I got that, I guess. But all
Yeah.
right. Look, man. Hey, what's the Cardinals record again?
3-6.
3-6. I mean, they're bad, but they're not horribly bad, I guess,
They're
right?
not completely terrible. You're
They're
right.
not completely terrible, man. So you're saying there's a chance. Um, look, as much as this pains me, do I want the Cardinals to whoop them? Yeah, I do. I want to
Damn.
make that very clear
You've
to
already seen
all
blood, man.
to all you to all the Niner fans out there. I want to make this extremely clear. I want you to lose this Sunday.
Damn.
I want the Cardinals to beat you, but I got to go with my mind, and it says that Niners will win. But don't mistake it. Don't mistake it. I want you to lose. I want you to lose and lose bad. So I go Niners, man.
You,
Unfortunately,
you know
they
what?
they took a whooping, man. They took a whooping by the Rams.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it's not a comparison. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. That was a little brutal right there. Yeah. I gotta go Niners as well. They gotta bounce back, get a win here. Cardinals, obviously they're facing that was a tough loss, but I don't really think anybody's expecting much out of the Cardinals. I'm not. Niners, I think they could get into the playoffs. Am I saying that they're have a shot at winning the division? Probably not. I mean, the Rams are looking really good. Probably the best team in the NFC. I mean, we will know after Sunday who's the best team in the NFC, either Seattle or the Rams. So we'll know.
Mm.
That's not a prime time game, by the way. That's only a 105 game. We can't flex that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, like that's a good matchup right there, man. I don't. Who do we have Sunday Night Football? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but we have the Cowboys and Raiders Monday Night Football.
Oh
Mm.
gosh.
All right, all right. Yeah, give me the Niners. Brock Purdy's coming back. They're slowly, somewhat getting healthier. Okay,
Mm.
we'll see, man. I think the
See,
Niners faithful will be out there too in Arizona.
see, the Cowboys are that team that they can lose to a team like the Cardinals. The Niners, I don't think they're a team like that. I don't think they will lose to a Cardinals team, although it is a divisional matchup.
Yeah.
It's a divisional matchup. So I mean, but I go Niners, unfortunately.
Fun fact: the Niners did have a few home games in the toaster a few years ago. For those of you who didn't know that,
Mm,
just a little fun fact for you
okay,
guys.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Nice,
So they do have a little bit of home field advantage, if you will. You know,
nice.
they play like two home games over there or something.
I like it, man. I like it. That's right. Yeah, man. Okay, I like it.
Last but not least, let's talk about it. I know everybody's been waiting for this. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm sorry, the Steelers are coming off a loss against the Chargers. Bengals coming off of a bye week. You got what people are calling the Icy Hot Bowl Part 2, the Unk Bowl Part 2, because Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco, oldest quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
How do you see this one? Well, first off, I got to hear from you. You were at SoFi Stadium. I was too. How
Mm.
was your experience at SoFi Stadium for the game on Sunday night between the Steelers and the Chargers?
It was brutal, man. It was painful. I stand for the entire game. I never go to my seat. I stand, and I was surrounded by I'm sorry, I was surrounded by Steeler fans. First of all,
I can't say the
shout
same,
out.
by the way.
Well, okay. How about this? In general, shout outs to all the Steeler fans because there were many, many, many more Steeler fans than there were Charger fans,
Yeah.
as expected. As expected. Sure, if you're like this guy right here, you found yourself in the middle of one of those Charger pockets. But for the most part, I I don't know, Eric. What are we saying here? 70% Steelers.
Yeah, there was actually a decent amount of Charger fans there. I mean,
Okay.
again, from my perspective, there was
Well,
quite a
I
few, but
well here.
uh,
Okay, here.
seen around the stadium, there was a lot of terrible towels in yellow.
Okay, here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. You knew when the Steelers were coming out to the field, coming out of the tunnel, because everybody cheered. When the
Yeah,
Chargers came out, everybody booed. And when I say everybody, I'm just saying the sound that took over the stadium. I went back and I watched the broadcast on television. No, I didn't watch the entire game, but just the
I'm
lead up
glad you
to
didn't.
it. Yeah, no, for dang sure, man. I'm not gonna torture myself like that. And Al Michaels tells Chris Collinsworth, "Hey, we know the Steeler fans travel well," which again, I hate
Oh,
that. Right? I hate when they say that. So we know the Steeler fans travel well, but when it comes here, it's different on another level, partner. Right? And they're referring to Chris Collinsworth comes out like, "Oh yeah, I know. It looks like we're in Pittsburgh. Look at all the terrible towns." Yes, man. We definitely took over. It was awesome. Outside of that, it was bad. It was embarrassing. It was horrible. The game itself, it was. I'm such at loss for words because whenever they had a chance and they had chances, they would give them up. They would give them up. Heck, how about Chris Boswell missing a field goal? Like I at first I thought he made it. We started cheering like, oh yeah, and then he's oh no, he missed it. Like what? Oh dang! All the
that's
chances they had.
when you know it's a terrible game. When even Chris Boswell misses a field goal. That's how bad that game was for the Steelers.
I don't know. Okay. All right. Look, I have kind of praised Aaron Rodgers before, right? on his accuracy. I don't know what it was, but his accuracy just wasn't there. His accuracy, he was overthrowing all night long. His accuracy was nowhere near. Yeah, DK Metcalf wide open, man. But you overthrow it. The interceptions that you throw, sometimes right to the defender, like a missile, right in between the numbers. Like, what are you doing, man?
One of them was right to a receiver.
And then you throw and yeah, retro receiver, he deflects it. It's like they were playing such stupid football. It was ridiculous. I could not even fathom what I was watching. And then some little hope that we get was like, okay, all right, look, we're looking at the clock. Still got a little bit of time. We got the ball back. You do something stupid where you throw the ball or something, the receiver pops it up. Oh, it's popped up. Now the Cowboys get. I'm sorry, the Chargers get the ball back. It's just, it was so ridiculous, so embarrassing. Where at some point I stopped being upset. I just couldn't be upset anymore. I just kind of just, it was just depressing, and they still had more dumb things to do on that field where I couldn't even react. I was just kind of like, eh, sure, why not?
Man.
Like it just, I'm trying to get my money's worth because I'm there, and SoFi is such a great stadium, right? Like I'm trying to get my money's worth, man. And it's like just, it's so ridiculous. It wasn't even heartbreaking. It was just like embarrassing, laughable, depressing. I don't know, man. Mixing around in all of those. The coolest thing was that they showed Mookie Betts.
That's
That
when
was
like the majority of the crowd was mutual and mostly everybody started cheering, which is ironic because a lot of Pittsburghers were there. By the way, how was your flight from Pittsburgh to SoFi? I hope you made it back to Pittsburgh.
the drive was good, man. The
Oh,
drive was good.
the drive. Dang. According
Hey,
to
by
everybody.
the way, just to give a little credit where credit is due, the dude standing next to me was actually from Pittsburgh. He said every year him and his buddies they pick one place to go to, and they had chose to go to that game. And I was just like, wow. At the end, I was just, dang, you picked the wrong game to go to, man. But everybody else I ran into, they were all from the local area.
Yeah, no. Steelers fans do travel. You got to
Mm.
give them credit there. Uh, th- the game, the game. Well, I was somewhat surrounded by Charger fans in a way. Oh, yeah, it was bad. It was not a fun experience for me, man. I had to. The only way I was able to cope with it was start laughing. That's it.
Mm.
They did have a chance to come back in this game. They're in the red zone, pivotal fourth down, 4th and 6. They decide to throw it in the end zone to DK Metcalf, and he wasn't even open. He wasn't even remotely open. That was their chance to make it a one possession game. Okay. For as bad as that game was, it's a miracle that it only ended 25-10. That's a miracle. They blew it. They blew it. That was a terrible play calling in this game. Execution wasn't good either. I actually give some credit to the defense. They weren't perfect, but they're able to get some stops. There is some sort of progression there on the defensive side. Again, not perfect. They probably did enough to get you at least in the game if your offense could move the ball, but that just wasn't the case in this game. Jaylen Warren, they don't feed him the ball enough. He's the best offensive player outside of Boswell. It seems like they limit his snaps, or I'm sorry, his carries and stuff like that. I don't know why. It makes zero sense. So I don't know what to expect with this game against Cincinnati. I would like to think that they could beat the Bengals. Steelers, you don't know what you're going to get week after week. It's completely different. You could get a high-scoring game. You could get a low-scoring game. You could get an ugly win. You could get an ugly loss. You don't really know what you're going to get out of this Steelers team. We don't have an identity.
No, it's like riding a roller coaster in pitch black. you don't know where it's going. It's not just ups and downs. It's that you don't know when the ups are, you don't know when the downs are, because it's pitch black, man. And that play that you talked about where DK Metcalf wasn't even open. That was on fourth down under double coverage, and the ball was snapped. And it's like, regardless of what the play was supposed to be, Aaron Rodgers, do you not see that he's not open? Yes, I get it. That was the play call. That's where you're supposed to go. But if you see he's under double coverage, they got him down. Don't throw the ball, man. What are you doing? That's the call on the play. Absolutely. But it's not there. Scramble. Find something else. It was beyond ridiculous, man. Yeah, you're right, man. I just laughing at it at some point was just like, gosh, I'm over here just laughing at my own team because that's what they're putting on the field. And by the way, that last or the only touchdown that they scored was pretty much garbage time. And everybody, Steeler friends around me, we had to kind of somewhat do like a little bit of a playing around kind of cheer, like a little hip hip parade. Like, all right, well, at least we got
Oh,
it in the end zone.
I gave it. I cheered. I cheered. It's all I told Charger fans around me. I'm like, this is all I got, man. This is all I got. Just let me have my moment, Charger fans. That was it. That was it.
Eh,
I got up, started waving my towel with pride. That's all I had. That's the one time I had to cheer for the Steelers that day. That's the one time in that game.
It, it was basically just asking for pity at that time. You know what? Like, it's been a rough night for us. Just let us have this
Yeah,
moment.
pretty much.
We're kind of just asking for pity here. You know what I mean? And you know what? Look, I don't regret going. Of course, when the Steelers are ever come around, we love to go to the game and wave our towels and everything. But again, just to make it clear, you can't be giving us this garbage on the field, man. Okay?
Mm.
Because as much of a fan as I am, and I am, um, I do not want to be supporting trash. So if trash is what you're going to keep on putting on the field, or you got something else coming, that performance was beyond embarrassing. And I agree with you, Eric. I agree with you. The Chargers should have won by much more.
Yeah.
All the layups that the Steelers gave them, they 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 should have smashed us by much more, man.
The
I mean, the
Chargers
fact
didn't
that
play their best game. The Chargers
oh
didn't play their best game. They played good, but it wasn't their best performance. It's probably like maybe a B, somewhere around there. But they didn't need to have that good of a performance when they're playing a team that can't catch passes, a team that's all over the place, man.
team that turns over the ball on the kickoff, I mean, it just seemed like everybody just had a bad night. Sure, defense was decent at best, but I just wow, man, wow, 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 wow. Steeler Nation, we showed up. We were there. We were deep. We were loud. We were proud, man, and we just did not get on the field. And you know what? Going to the game because that's what we're Cincinnati. Okay, all right. So, division rival Cincy coming off of a bye week. This is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, man. You know what? Look, I'm going for I'm picking my Steelers, but in all reality, if I were not a Steeler fan, man, I 100% go with Bengals.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. In Pittsburgh, yeah. Had it been in, I don't know what it is, but I honestly, man, I don't think the Steelers do that well in at Pittsburgh. Historically speaking, you know, I like them on the road. I like them when the backs are against the wall. I like them. I just like this. No, man. No. And by the way, SoFi Stadium, that was a home game for them. Just keeping it real, Charger fans.
Okay. I was going to say they technically had a road game last week. That was one of the worst performances I've seen by the Steelers in probably my whole existence as being a Steeler fan. That was very bad. I'm just saying that was very bad, a very bad performance. I look, you got the two guys, you got Joe Flacco, you got Aaron Rodgers. They actually had a 5-star matchup the last time they played. Bengals did win. This time you got the home crowd in front of you. Does that really say much for the Steelers? I don't really even know if it does. All right. They gotta win, right? They're coming off such a bad that performance should be a wake-up call. It should be. There's no reason why it shouldn't. There's no reason why you should be relaxed after a performance like that.
In front of your fans too, because they know it. I came back and I watched the broadcast again, just the beginning of it, and they highlighted Mike Tomlin, how Mike Tomlin loved it so much, how he was coming out and saluting everybody and talking about all the terrible towns and all the Steeler fans that were there and how much he was digging it and how much he was into all the Steeler fans that were loud and rowdy and taking over the stadium. Okay, so they know dang well it was in front of their fans, man.
In front of all the fans like us who traveled from Pittsburgh, by the way, for this game. No, man, they got to win this game. Am I expecting much from this Steelers team? Not really. No. That hope, I didn't have that much hope going into this season. I definitely don't have that much hope after that loss. I do expect them to at least finish with a 9-8, 10-7 record, which is not what I want, by the way. I'd much rather them go below 500 at this point. But they're still, I think, a good enough football team, in specific situations, okay? I see them winning this game. I don't see them dropping another game after a just terrible loss like that.
Yeah, I've said it before. You either want your team to be up here or you want your team to be down here. You do not want your team to be right here. And the whole thing about Mike Tomlin, he's never had a losing season. Okay, that's just slightly above 500 at point, and that's just as bad. I just want to go ahead and say this, man. It's my birthday this weekend. All right. Sapo verdes to me. I'm gonna have myself a cheesecake. Still do not know the mystery of whether cheesecake is under cake or pie. Yes, it got the word cake in it, but it strikes me more as a pie delicacy. Can the Steelers give me a victory? Because that's all I really want.
For his birthday.
For my birthday. I mean, look what you did to me last Sunday night. Look what you did to me. I was there, man. I did my part.
Oh, God.
And some. I did my part and some, man.
I ate a spicy chili after the game too.
Because we didn't care about ourselves anymore. That's how you made us feel.
Yeah.
Like the street dogs outside
that
of SoFi.
Was hot, man. That chili
they
was
gave us
hot.
a chile. This guy took it down in one bite. I took it down in like 4 bites, and I was having trouble with it. I was like, good gosh. But at that point, I guess it really didn't matter because we didn't even care about our existence. That's how you made us feel. And talking about existence, talking about human existing. My birthday, mine. Can you give me a victory? Can you bring me out of this depression, which should be a happy moment for me? That's what I'm asking. I don't know if I should demand it, but demand somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle.
Okay. That was a heartfelt message, man. Very heartfelt message. Let's hope that the Steelers could get a win for your birthday.
All right. So just to wrap it up, Eric, just to wrap it up, what are our final picks for? Is this week 11?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, man. We are getting closer and closer and closer to the Bad Bunny concert. That's a video for another day.
You know what? That is a video for another day.
All right. So what's our picks for week 11, Eric?
The picks. This is what matters here. Packers versus Big Blue. We both went against Big Blue and the Giants. We picked the Packers. I like saying Big Blue. I don't know why. It fits well with the Giants, so I just like saying it. I don't know. Raiders Cowboys Monday Night Football. We both picked the Cowboys there.
Raiders suck. Raiders suck. Keep messaging me, Raider fans. I'll keep on saying they suck until they stop sucking, and I want them to do good. So I'm just throwing that out there. I do want them to do good.
Let's see how long that lasts, man. Let's see how long the Raiders will suck. Chargers and Jags. You went with the Jaguars. Mr. Motivational Speaker himself for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't even know if I'm pointing at you. No, there you go. There you go. I went with the Chargers. 49ers at Cardinals. We both went 49ers. And Steelers versus Bengals. We both picked Pittsburgh here.
Steelers
for his birthday. We picked.
But you got potential. For my birthday. That's right. You're gonna give me a victory, Steelers, for my birthday, my existence day. I kind of like that a little better. My existence day, man. That's not bad, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with that, man. I think I'm gonna write them a letter. You know what? When we get off of here, I'll call Mike Tomlin on my phone, man. I got him on speed dial, so maybe I'll FaceTime him.
My existence day. That's a good saying. That's not bad.
All right, man. That is our picks for week 11. Son of a gun, week 11, man. Just like I said, we're getting that much closer to the Bad Bunny concert. All right, what are your picks for week 11 as we all get closer to that Bad Bunny concert?
Go Steelers, Eric. Like 4 times. Go Steelers, man. Go Steelers. Go Steelers.
All right, man. A little Bad Bunny. Yeah, whatever.